Hi there.
This is JOYLYN. JOYLYN Maniaci.
Maniaci.
I have to ask her all the time, how do I pronounce your last name? JOYLYN came to us from Denver. You'll tell within the first 5 minutes she's the most dynamic individual I've ever met. She is so much fun, but I have to tell you about my own personal experience with her. She not only is a life coach, she also is certified to do access consciousness, the bars, I guess. And so I had this treatment with her, and you know, my life's not stressful really at all, so I don't ever need to relax. But I went to her office and laid down on her bed, and she touched my head and started doing what she does so well. And I'm the type of person that has a massage and I don't shut up the whole time. I just can't relax. I was absolutely silent for an hour and 15 minutes, and I became one with the bed. I literally had not relaxed like that in my entire life. And she said everybody has a different experience when they go through this. Everybody has a different experience. Some people cry, some people laugh, some people just lay there and relax. I knew subconsciously I could hear things that were going on. I remember there was an ambulance outside or something. But I have never been so relaxed in my entire life. And I got up from that experience and I just said, wow, she has a gift. She absolutely has a gift. And so I'll let her tell you a little bit more about what she does, because she does a lot of stuff. People say, what's a life coach? So I'll let her tell you.
All right. Well, good evening. I'm going to wake you up for your drive home. I'm the life coach, the bars facilitator, and the superhero here at Pure. I am a transformational specialist. So basically, I take stressed out, frustrated people, mostly women, usually struggling with weight loss or relationship issues, and I use some of my superpowers to unlock their superpowers, and then boom! Then you get more energetic, less stressed out, badass superheroes out there changing the world with their charisma and beauty, because actually beauty and charisma will change the world. And I do this in a whole lot of different ways. Life coaching is, Tanya, our care coordinator, had said, it's sort of like counseling on steroids. Basically, it's faster and it's more fun and it's more effective. Okay, so that's sort of how life coaching, the verbal part, works. I also do some body processes like the bars that she was talking about. And I'm happy to answer any questions about that afterwards. You can also, there's a few people floating around here who've had them, so you can just be like, what the heck is that? But to start, I want you guys to get out your helmets. That was black and white, and wear your helmets. You got that? That was on the invitation? No helmet, okay. So we'll just have to use energetic helmets, because let me tell you, I'm going to blow your mind, and we're all wearing pretty clothes, and I don't want to have to clean up the mess in here. So let's just get out our helmet and put it on. I'm serious. Just get me. Mine has a buckle here. Alright, so we got helmets on already. I'm going to blow your mind. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you the key to enlightenment. And sometimes I choke up when I do this, but here it is. You are the most special person in the entire universe. And nothing has anything to do with you. So I don't know if I heard, okay, just like so. If you think it's still coming, keep your helmet on, otherwise you can take it off so you can hear. But you are the most special person in the world, and nothing has anything to do with you. So how is this enlightenment? But if you can get this, this is your key to freedom. And this is how I coach too, this is how superheroes know, this is how to get inner peace. Like for me, stress management, I think we are managing enough already. Let's just get rid of it so we don't have to manage it anymore. So inner peace basically gives you more energy, more time, more mental space. You can actually create things in your life. So how this works, when you know that you are the most special person in the world, because you are the only one of you on this planet existing right now, you are a precious commodity. And once you know that here, then you don't have to prove it. You don't have to prove it to anybody else. You don't have to have anybody else prove it to yourself. How much time and energy do we spend involving ourselves in activities, reaching the bar, trying to get a diploma, a degree, a something to show ourselves that, yeah, I did this, so that makes me special. Hey, you over there, did you see what I did? I got this medal, this makes me special. And hey, like, this relationship totally isn't working because you don't think I'm very special. And I think that I am, and I really want somebody to say that I am, and yeah, it doesn't work. But when you know it, that gets blown out of the water, no longer needed. You have so much more time and space in your world. I mean, what would your life actually look like if that was your reality, where you just knew how special you were? Like awesome. And how would it be if you actually knew you were special enough that you could actually have everything that you ever wanted? Yeah. Because you could. So then, if you also know that nothing has anything to do with you, then you know that everybody's crazy making and all the things that they're doing, trying to control everybody, all the circumstances, keep all the pieces in place, trying to hold on so tight to make it work out just great. It takes a lot of energy. Also trying to figure it out. If I could just figure it out. Okay, if I could just figure this out, I would just know, okay? Or if you just try to understand, just explain this to me one more time. I just want to understand this, okay? Because let me tell you, if you want to go crazy, try to understand anybody, including yourself, okay? It just doesn't work. So when you start seeing that basically everybody, including yourself, is just making choices, and a lot of times, sometimes choices that you're like, that is batshit crazy and I would never do that, I don't know what they are. And some people are making choices based on things that happened decades ago, years ago, based on their parents' points of views, of this is just how the world works, you just gotta do it. And we're all making choices based on this. But what if you knew then that everybody's making these crazy choices so that I didn't have to understand it, I didn't have to logically explain it, and I can just start going from what is and not having to you know, contort my brain trying to wrap my head around it, how much more time and energy would you have then? So, quite possibly, if you didn't have to stress out about trying to figure everything out and making sure everybody knew you were special and they could tell you that you were special, might you actually be the most delightful person you've ever met? Have you ever met you? Because that is who you really are. And I know that. And I know that on such a level, and so many people generally are in a presence of somebody that believes that on such a level, that's who you really truly are. And I'm trying to see where I am on my notes here. When you are that person, that's when everything just falls into place. It was just so easy. I didn't have to do anything. It was just like magic happened. When you're really being you, that's how your life actually is. And you know how you'll know when that happens? You'll catch yourself in the mirror and you'll smile. And not one of these. But one of these. So, okay, so they said I had 15 minutes. I talk a lot and I talk fast, so I can get this in a little less than 15 minutes. But I wanted to talk a little bit about relationships. At first they said it was black and white, men and women. I was like, oh, relationships, that's fun. And I came up with such a clever title, X's and Y's. Not just X's and Y's like algebra, but like X's, like the X, and Y's. What the heck? So I thought that was clever, so I wanted to go with it. But when you are that person that's like, hey, in the mirror, like, that's who you are, and that's when people are attracted to you. And you're just like, oh, that's great. And then they like me, and I like them. That's so awesome, that's so great. So why doesn't it say that great? Because then you're like, but I don't like this about myself, so I know that there's no way that they like that about me, and I think that they want this, so I'm going to start being who I think that they want me to be. So that little by little you start cutting parts and pieces of yourself away to be what you think that they want. So you're basing them on what's in your head and becoming less and less of you and cutting off pieces of yourself. And let me tell you, when you cut off pieces of yourself, be it physically or just metaphysically, it hurts. Not always physically, which is why we're not aware of it all the time, but it hurts when we feel like we don't get to be ourselves. Whether it was somebody else or even ourselves that said, you're not good enough to just be how you are, it hurts. So then, have you ever seen an animal in pain? You know, really pretty? It's because you're telling yourself you're not good enough to really have what you want and be with this person who thinks you're special and you thought they were special and you want to just keep being what you think that they want to be, and it's all kind of a mess. Well, all of a sudden that crazy bitch button that just would get tapped every once in a while is now on like press and hold. And so, hi, crazy bitch here like all the time. And then nobody's having fun and you look at yourself in the mirror like, Okay? And then, wouldn't you know it, that it's because he doesn't tell me I'm special. And he's just not supporting me in a way that really, that really helps. So I think I just have to end the relationship because it's their fault? Okay. So that's the face with them. Okay. So again, we're going. So this is all actually taking a lot more energy. Here in my mouth here. Don't film this. Okay. It takes a lot of energy to cut off that much of you and hold yourself back that much. Basically, what life coaching then does is bring you back to the beginning. Bring you back to knowing who you are. That you're the most special person in the entire universe. And knowing that no matter how they are, who they are, if they decided to like you, not like you, whatever, it had nothing to do with you. Because you were special, it had nothing to do with you, so you weren't special. So, hey, it just was what it was. It was great, it was fun, and now I can go on and do something else. There's so much more energy there to create your life as you'd really like it to be. So then, again, if you know that it has nothing to do with you, and they're all being crazy, it doesn't have to get under your skin, and you don't have to go to crazy with them, like wherever it is you go when you go crazy. And this is possible. This is where life can be fun. You can actually have less stress. You don't have to manage it, you can actually just have less of it. This is possible, this is a possibility, and what life coaching does, what I do, is basically give you the cliff notes from how to get from here to there. And like I said, I have lots of tricks and tools up my sleeves. I'll change. But basically, if you are looking to fall in love with your life, to be the person that you want to be, have the body that you want to have, to be able to look at yourself in the mirror and smile, I can be there for you. And you can start as early as tonight. For the rest of November, we have a special, so if you get 3 sessions, you get your 4th one free. Because let's face it, as fast as I am and as fast as you're ready to go, a lot of times, one 60-minute thing just isn't enough, okay? Trust me, it pissed me off at first too. So you can do that. I don't know if we have extra discounts going on because you're here tonight and that's awesome. I also have a free class here tomorrow, a lunch and learn, a little pre-Thanksgiving thing, so that you can get another taste of superhero training. So basically what this is how life coaching is with me, anyway. I can't speak to any other life coach because, we all work differently. We all have our tools and tricks, and they wear different outfits and can put them in other places, than their sleeves. But basically, this is just a taste of it. And it can be this easy, it can be this fun. One of the superpowers that I have is the power of poignant question. What I'm really good at doing is calling bullshit. And I can get past the story so we can get to what is really underneath, what the story is that you've been telling yourself as to the case you've built for why you're not special, or why you need someone else to tell you you're special, or why something else really has to do with you. Trust me, JOYLYN, I know nothing has anything to do with me, but this does. I caused this, I made problems. It's not really true. And we can work on that together. So if you do come to class tomorrow, you get another fun taste, an entirely different feel and topic. It'll be gratitude, what's in your utility belt. And there will be another special offer at the end of class tomorrow. So you won't want to miss that. So if your helmets are still on, that's cool, because I know we blew a mind. Might have blown a couple of fuses too. You have now been informed how special you are. You can know that. You can say, Dr. Maniaci said that. She talked fast and quick and confident, and I actually think she meant that because I do. You also know, hey, this has got nothing to do with me, so I don't have to do anything about this. So I'm going to bed, or whatever it is you're going to do. And today is just as good as January 1st. There really isn't a good reason to wait until after Thanksgiving or after Christmas or after whenever. This could be your best holiday season ever, and you can start today. You can start tomorrow, but today's even cooler, so. Any questions? Tomorrow's at noon. I think there's a lay-fin thing, so we'll be working with room stuff, but yeah. Oh, I blew the minds too much. All right.